Hey folks, what if you are accused of resisting an officer without violence? It is a serious accusation. And part of what makes it serious is that these prosecutors work with these cops all the time and they do tend to protect their own. I don't think that's a surprise to any of us. Resisting an officer here in Central Florida comes in two varieties too. The resisting without violence is a misdemeanor. You can get up to a year in jail. And the resisting with violence is a felony. You can get up to 5 years prison, et cetera, et cetera. I want you to know that just because an officer tells you to do something, like a resisting an officer without violence is basically a crime of disobeying the lawful command of an officer. But just because an officer tells you to do something doesn't always mean it's a lawful command. Now, I will say, oftentimes you might want to do it to avoid people like me in your life and jail cells and all that. But on the flip side, I had a client recently, really no prior record, very devastated by his resisting an officer without violence arrest and kind of life in ruin over this arrest situation. But we filed a motion to dismiss his charges because we felt that what the officer asked of him was not a lawful command that would be a crime if he disobeyed. And the charge got dropped. So this happens all the time. Just because an officer tells you to do something doesn't mean it's a crime if you don't do it. Or the other variety of resisting without violence is you did it, but the cop wants it done in 30 seconds and it took you 2 minutes. Like, they're very impatient, and it's a crime if you're not on the cop's timetable, which is, again, kind of ridiculous. But this is the sort of resisting without violence charges that we're seeing these days. I really don't want you to be devastated. I want you to know that there is hope. We get these things dropped. There are also programs that you can go through that will get them dropped. There's lots and lots of options. So if this happened in Central Florida, well, guess what? That's my neck of the woods, and we would like to help you out with it. We can get you through it. It won't be a problem.